Hey, yeah. What's going on, people? OG, DBNK. Some do say debunk. It is what it is. Keep it moving. You know what it is. Listen, we got some weird ass we got some weird ass cop duty things going on here today. Listen, I just got from I just caught this video from our good old civil rights lawyer, right? Cop walks into a family home and offs their dog, and then guess what? Man goes on to lie about it. I don't know what's going on with these cops, but listen, if the police, man, let's get to this and see exactly what's going on, people. Let's see exactly what's going on here, man.
Sheriff's office, make yourself known!
Door was open, lights were on. I knocked, no response.
A cop walks up to the front door of a family's home.
Hey, anybody home?
Nobody answers the door, so he just lets himself in.
Hey, anybody home? Sheriff's office?
And he begins to have a look around. About a minute later, shots ring out. He just shot the family dog. The husband was at work, the wife was out of town, their 4 children were at school. The only family member who was home was Zelda, the family's beloved Belgian Malinois, who was being a good girl, protecting her home from armed intruders.
See, that dog is a big dog and it came right at me, right around this corner.
Then the cop walks back outside. Does he call this family to tell them what had just happened? No. He calls more cops, and then basically an army of police officers arrives at this home in this quiet neighborhood, and they begin to circle the wagons. They then proceed to go all through this family's home, garage and backyard for a period of about 40 minutes, all without even notifying this family or obtaining their permission to do so. Oh,
See that? That's crazy, because that's what I was actually about to ask us. Like, first of all, did this guy have a search warrant to be doing all this nonsense, right? You can't be, oh man. Try to just fix my camera. All right, now I'm just sorting out my camera, people. Just bear with me real quick. I'm just sorting out my camera. But I'm saying, you can't just walk up into people's house, no warrant, huh? No warrant, and you just taking out people's dogs. No warrant? You just taking out people's dogs? What is wrong with you? Here we go. That's better. What is wrong with you? How you just gonna kill my dog? No warrant, nothing. Oh man, my goodness. Listen, let's see where this goes.
and also without a warrant. Not a warrant in sight.
You good? Yeah, I'm shaking up because...
What's in your car?
Bro.
It's in your car. You're good.
Surely they made this right with the family, right? They apologized, compensated them in some way, and surely they fired this officer and prosecuted him for illegally entering this home and killing this dog? Nope, they did not.
We've been sad. There's constant memories of her all through our house.
Tonight, a Wade County deputy is returning to work after shooting and killing a family's dog. We are hearing from the dog's owner after the sheriff's office concluded their investigation.
Tonight, the family is really disgusted. They are devastated and outraged just to know that deputy will be returning to work here at the Wade County Sheriff's Office.
Welcome back to the Civil Rights Lawyer channel, where we don't just let the government investigate itself and gaslight the public. So here, we started with the ending. The government has investigated itself, and this was the result.
The Wade County Sheriff's Office released this statement in part following a thorough review of the surrounding circumstances, and after notifying the family of this decision, we have determined that the deputy involved will remain employed. The Wade County Sheriff's Office remains committed to moving forward responsibly and in service to our community.
So hold on. This guy walks into a family home, no warrant. Like, did he have a legal reason to be there? Because he didn't have a warrant. There's nobody home but the dog. Kids are at school. Mom's away, I think, in a different city, if I heard correctly. Dad's at work. Dog's at home protecting the house, you know, like it should be doing. Cop walks into the house, no warrant, nothing. Empty house, just the dog. Dog doing his job, he shoots the dog. Right? You telling me he didn't get suspended? Nothing? They just said, you know what? Back to work. Let's just as you were. Ain't no way. I mean, if that was the other way around, right? If that was the other way around, I don't know how it would be the other way around, but let's just assume this was the other way around, right? Dog attacks cop, unleashed, right? You think nothing was gonna happen to that dog? I don't know. I'm just saying, this is weird. This is crazy. No warrant, nothing. He didn't get a suspension. At the very least, he didn't get a suspension. What is going on, America?
And Zelda's family says they only wanted to see justice served.
I would love to know that there were consequences that he would have faced.
The family here obviously found this to be unacceptable, and they have provided me with all of the evidence in this case, and I'll show it to you, and you can form your own opinion. So let's go through it. This is Deputy Darris with the Wake County Sheriff's Office. On April 8th of 2025 at about 10:30 a.m., Deputy Darris arrived at the doorstep of the Briggs family in order to serve some civil process. That just means that it's some sort of paperwork pursuant to a civil proceeding in court. It's not criminal. It's not a warrant. It's nothing at all that entitles Deputy Darris to enter the Briggs home.
So why are you getting in my house? Like, is it something you have to serve me for court? Because you don't have a warrant to come into my house, so why are you entering my house? You knocked, there was no response. Why are you entering my house without a warrant? Sure, you've got this civil thing you wanna give to me, but I'm saying, if you can't leave it in the post, in the litter box, come back another time. That's what I'm saying. Come back another time. Because this is ridiculous.
Just like anyone else, just like a Girl Scout, he's walking up to the home and he's knocking on the door. That's how it starts.
Hey, anybody home? Hello? Sheriff's office, anybody home?
Now I have his police report, and this is what he writes. Upon approaching the home's front door, I could see the inner wood door was open. It was open at approximately 30 to 45 degrees, and the interior of the home was very clearly visible. I pulled back on the storm door and called out for anyone inside the residence, requesting if anyone was home to make themselves known and identifying myself as a sheriff's deputy. I heard no response during this time.
So why are you getting into my house? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why are you getting into my house? No response. Come back another time. Come back at regular hours, right? When people are not at work, right? You came here at 10. What is it? 10:30 what? You know the kids at school. If there's grown people, you know they at work. But now you just gonna let yourself into my house? No warrant? All you have is some civil papers you want to give to me. You like I'm just saying, you can't leave that in my letterbox. You can't slide that under my door. Why you gotta I mean, is that not breaking? How did he wait? How did he get into the house? Is that not breaking an entry? It's like, this is crazy.
So nobody had called for help at this house. There was no call for service. Deputy Darris had just decided that he was going to go to the front door of that house that day to try to serve this paperwork that he was being paid to serve by some party to some sort of civil litigation. He was not supposed to go inside that house. But when he gets there, he says that the interior wood door was open. We can see that the exterior storm door was closed, but we can't directly see the interior door. However, I do have the footage of the father in this family, Paul, leaving the house earlier that morning. And while we cannot see the door close, it sure sounds like that interior door is closing. So going back to Deputy...
To be fair, if I can't see nothing, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna assume the door closed. I can't see nothing. You know, all I see him is dragging the bag out of the doorway. It doesn't even seem like he closes the door, but that's neither here or there. Why you coming into my house? That's neither here nor there. Why you coming into my house? Like, really? What are we doing?
Harris, he's standing there at the front door. He opens the storm door and not hearing any response at all at that point, what does Deputy Darris do? He pulls out his pistol. At that point...
Why are you pulling your pistol out? No criminal report has been issued on this house. No call of distress has been sounded out from this house. But your ass is just gonna pull your gun out your holster to enter somebody's house? After you knocked and called out and didn't get a response, now you're just gonna walk into the house? With your gun unholstered? Guys, nah.
The family cat makes a run for it and darts inside the house. He then radios dispatch that the home he's at has an open front door, but he doesn't need any backup from any other officers. No big deal, right?
Wait 564, open door at my call. No need for any additional at this time, I'll advise.
Then he once again announces who he is. He hears no response.
Hey, anybody home?
So what does he do? He goes inside the house.
Why are you coming into my house? Is there a criminal here? Like, somebody help me understand. Is there a criminal here? For you to walk into my house like you own it? Yo. What is that? The storm door? The storm door is enough for me. If the storm door is closed, my house is closed. Don't come in. I don't care if the inner door is not closed. There's a door closed there. That's a door. You want to call it a storm door? You want to call it an outside door? It's a blimmin' door. So why you coming into my house? If it ain't locked, it ain't locked. You didn't get a response. You didn't get an invitation to come in, but you just gonna walk right into my house uninvited? Warrantless? Oh, come on, man. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? What are we actually doing here?
Sheriff's office.
From the instant he walks in the door, you can hear the dog barking, right? You hear that.
Sheriff's office.
But that deputy would later tell his supervisor at the scene, which was also captured on this home's cameras, that when he entered the house, he did not hear the dog barking.
Brother. We watching the camera footage. We watching video footage, and we can clearly hear the dog barking from inside the house. And then your ass is just gonna lie? That's why I hate the cops, man. And the department just gonna protect their own. Oh, fuck the police, man.
Hear the dog at all when you came in?
I did not.
You didn't
It was
bark?
completely quiet. No barking.
Okay.
Straight up liar. So you telling me the department didn't watch the footage themselves in order to catch that this brother here is lying. Through his teeth, he lying. Oh man, I hate you people, man.
Now, when I got to the hallway, that's what made me notice him, was he did then bark. And so I started to back out, and that's when he came out.
He just came at you.
However, we know that that is false based on this video evidence.
Sheriff's office!
And actually, we hear the dog barking pretty much the entire time that the deputy can be heard walking through the house,
Clearly we
searching
hear
the
it
house.
barking.
The whole time we hear the dog barking until all of a sudden shots ring out.
Sheriff's office, anybody home? Did you hear the dog at all when you came in?
Dog is barking the whole damn time, bro. Dog is barking the whole damn time. Why you lying? You see, this the thing, right? If you're a cop and you gonna lie about something like this, that doesn't even involve a person, right? The dog can't speak, is dead, to be fair. Shouldn't be dead. Ain't no reason for it to be dead. It was in his house doing his job. Cop came in, unholstered gun, unwarranted, shot it, dead. Why are you lying? If you can lie about something like this, if you one-on-one with a civilian, right, no witnesses, and you unholster your gun and shoot that guy, how we know you're not gonna lie about the circumstances that led to that? Also, right, you entering a house without a warrant, don't you have a body cam? Why didn't he have a body cam? Shouldn't all these cops have body cams? Like, I'm confused at this point. Do they just turn off their body cams? Cause I mean, listen, at the point that you unholster your gun, at that point, if your body cams are turned off and on when necessary, why are you unholstering your gun and not turning your body cam on? Because it's action, right? It's action. It's finna pop off. And it popped off. But now it's your word against a dead dog. What are we supposed to do? But the department just gonna let you carry on working. Fuck the police, man.
You hear?
I did not.
You didn't
It was
bark?
completely quiet. No barking.
Okay.
Dog barking the whole damn time. What's up with you, liar? He's a dog killer. Straight up dog killer.
Then after the shots are fired, and this is pretty bizarre, there's just basically silence. For somewhat of an extended period of time, nothing. It's just silence and silence and silence. And then out of nowhere, the deputy announces, for some reason, sheriff's department, after he's already fired multiple rounds inside this home.
Sheriff's office, anybody home?
And thankfully, nobody was home, but he was not done yet. So at this point, he goes outside.
Damn it. Son of...
He holsters his gun, but not for long. He walks around into the backyard and basically searches the backyard and then the garage again at gunpoint.
Why are you searching my property? See, this is what I'm trying. You just shot my dog. Okay, first of all, you walked in my house without a warrant. Right? Not only did you walk into my house without a warrant, you unholstered your gun while I was doing it. Not only did you walk into my house without a warrant and unholster your gun, you ain't have a body cam. And if you did, you ain't turn it on. Why you not turning on your camera if you gon' unholster your gun for some sort of threat that you perceive? Right? And then you're gonna lie that there was no barking from a dog when the whole time in the video footage we can hear the dog barking. See, that's why you need your body cam on, so you can't lie blatantly, right? Now you've killed the dog. You start searching my property. Again with an unholstered gun. What threat have you perceived? What criminal has been... Is there a report of some criminal incidents that have happened for you to be walking around my property with your gun unholstered? Warrantless? Guys, what are we doing, man? Oh, come on.
Thankfully, there were no more dogs for him to shoot. He then reappears back out the front door of the home, announcing to dispatch that all is clear, that the house is secure, and in the distance we can hear the sirens and the cavalry is on the way because they hear that there's this shooting inside this house. So everyone is showing up.
Wait, 564. Looks like the home is secure. Lights are on.
As a bunch of other police officers arrive at the scene, Deputy Darris then walks them back up to the front door of the house, and he's telling them what had happened. And then, as you'll see, all of these officers, along with the same one who just shot the dog, they all then go into this family's home.
You see, that dog is a big dog, and it came right at me, right around this corner. Scared the shit out of me.
Sheriff's office.
Okay, so now everybody going into my house warrantless after y'all shot my dog. You don't even contact me, the homeowner. Did you try to contact me, the homeowner, after you shot my dog? After the report went to your department that you shot my dog, did you try to contact me, the homeowner, after you realized there was nobody home? Home is secure, like you said. Did you try to contact me, the homeowner? Because now your whole squad is walking into my house doing whatever the hell you want after killing my dog. I hate you people. I hate you people, straight up.
So I came around this corner. The dog got me.
Sheriff's office, make yourself known.
Check that back area as well, the shed out back. It's a one-room shed.
Sheriff's office, make yourself known.
I think it's clear. Yeah. There's a couple of cats, so I tried to keep the door shut so they won't get out.
Brother found the cat outside. Now he's worried about keeping the cats inside after he shot the dog. this brother worried about the cats leaving the house after he found the cat outside, walked into the house, no warrant, gun unholstered, no body cam. Yeah. But now all of a sudden, you trying to keep the cats in. Why the other guys got body cams, but he walked into that house, gun unholstered, without no body cam? I need somebody to explain that to me. That's what I need explaining to. Why did he not have a body cam? And if he did, why was it not turned on?
Why'd you come in the first place? Was the door open?
Door was open, lights were on. I knocked, no response. And the door wasn't just like propped, it was open. Like probably about 45, maybe a little bit less.
Right there.
By the way, I just want to point out as they walk through the laundry room of this house, just to illustrate the absurdity of the claim that these officers thought that this home had been burglarized. Apparently, the burglar who had burglarized this house had decided to do this family's laundry while he was in there, despite the vicious dog. That's right, you can actually hear the laundry machines going. So basically, the inside of this house looks like any home in suburbia with kids and at least one parent who actually does laundry.
Dog came out, bit him. You okay? Yeah, I'm good.
And then the cops have this sort of group meeting on the front porch, and you can see in their eyes and in their voices, they all know that this was not a good shoot, that this guy should not have been in the house to have a confrontation with this dog. And so you can almost see them formulating a plan to cover their own asses, literally right there on the spot. For instance, one of the cops says, yeah, the inside of the house does look kind of disheveled. I mean, go back and look at the footage of them walking through the house on their own body cams. For a house with 4 kids, that house is not disheveled. And even if it were disheveled, it looks absolutely nothing like the scene of a home invasion that is actively occurring so that the cops have to race in, guns drawn. Absolutely laughable, and they know it.
Yeah, I don't think he broke skin, but he got me there. You're gonna bruise tomorrow. Yeah, I was like,
It didn't break skin, so you're not gonna get shots or any of that shit.
he came at me so fucking quick though. That's why I was like, in hindsight, I don't know if it was a break. I haven't even been able to look.
The house was just kind of disheveled.
That's how it was. The doors open. That was me, but some of them were open when I got here.
Nobody's
The lights
home though?
were
We
on.
cleared it now? No.
I haven't touched the lights.
Did you check that back shed yet?
Yeah, we can go take a look real quick, but just this one.
So now they all go into the backyard to search the backyard and to search the garage at gunpoint. And what has not happened here? Who is not there on the porch? Who are they not communicating with?
Exactly. Y'all shot my dog in my home. No warrant. Now y'all perusing my property. You don't call me as the homeowner to tell me that you shot my dog, and not only have you shot my dog, but now you're searching my home again without a damn warrant? Why y'all ain't calling me?
The homeowners of the house. The deputy who was the shooter obviously knew who lived at the house. He was there to serve them with paperwork. The husband is at work. The wife's not there. The kids are at school. Why aren't they communicating with them before they go into that house, before they go into the backyard, before they go into the garage, pointing their guns at whatever is there? Okay, well, maybe this is a crime scene. Okay, what was the crime and who committed it? Oh, but they're not done yet. After they get done milling around in the backyard of this home with their firearms, even more cops now head into this family's home, with them completely absent, no communication, just traipsing around the place like they own it, searching the home.
Guys, I mean, at the very least, this is a lawsuit. At the very least, this is a lawsuit. How long are y'all gonna be in my house after killing my dog without a warrant and not telling me that you've killed my dog and you're still at my house? Where are my neighbors? My neighbors not around there as well. Ain't nobody can call me. Y'all, what's going on, bro? Fuck the police. Y'all just killed my dog. Now y'all just walking around my property like you own this motherfucker. This ain't your precinct. This ain't your precinct. It's like it's that dog look pretty old too. That dog looked pretty old too. That's a family member right there. That's like the 5th child of that family. Could even be the firstborn. I don't know. But if you know Pitts, that's a part of the family, and y'all just killed her. My daughter, my son, whatever they considered that dog to be. But y'all just perusing my property without even hollering at me. Y'all don't even call me. You know I'm the owner of that house. If y'all gonna be searching my house, you call me.
And then after they are inside this family's home for about 10 minutes doing God knows what, while at least some of them have body cams turned off from what I can tell. I haven't seen any body cam footage of what they were doing inside that home during this approximate 10-minute period. Then a guy who appears to be a supervisor shows up. This was caught on surveillance cam, not body cam. The supervisor shows up and he asks the shooter what happened. And now yet again, the shooter gives his explanation for what happened. And as I already showed you before, includes at least one lie about allegedly not hearing the dog bark, when we know that he did.
All right, so tell me what happened, buddy.
I got you. So I came up for a civil process. Initially knocked on the door. It was already propped a bit, the inner door. And
This front door or side door?
Yeah,
front door.
Yep.
Okay.
And when I called out, nobody answered. Called out again, nobody answered. So I jumped on the radio, let them know I had an open door at my call, and there was some cats in there. So as soon as I came in, I shut the door behind me, the glass one, not the
main door.
Not the main door. Called out. As I kept going through the house, I saw lights. None of the lights have been touched. They've all been either left on or how they were when I got here. There were some doors that were already open, some of them were not. So initially I'm thinking stuff was kind of in weird areas. Uncapped, it kind of made me think a break-in. When I was coming through this laundry room, I got to hear, and the dog was just on the other side of the island, and I started to back out. He came right at me. I put my leg out like this. That's when he bit me, and I had to, unfortunately, shoot it.
Okay. Not many rounds shot?
As many as it was to stop the threat.
Okay.
But after I confirmed that, I immediately jumped on the radio, let them know, and then called for EMS. I didn't check at that time, so I didn't know how bad it was. Continued to clear the house. Once I had cleared out here, I was listening to the radio heading back. I spoke to a woman who I guess lives in an area over here. I didn't get her contact info. I asked if she knew who the owners were, if they were nearby. Same name. And she said she did not know how long they'd been gone, who they were. She lives over there. So as soon as I set the paper down, I came back over here to clear this shed. After I cleared that shed, I came back out, and then I came to the front and waited for everybody else to show up.
All right. So you were inside the house by the laundry? Okay. All right.
In that short hall.
Okay. And did you hear the dog at all when you came in? Did you hear it?
I did not.
You didn't
It was
bark?
completely quiet. No
Okay.
barking.
Okay.
Now, when I got to the hallway, that's what made me notice him, was he did then bark. And so I started to back out, and that's when he came out.
And he just came at you.
The law here is pretty simple. Without valid consent or exigent circumstances, a police officer may not cross the threshold of a residence without a warrant. Here, the officer was at the front door to serve civil service paperwork that did not authorize him to enter the home. He had no warrant to enter the home. He did not have consent as nobody answered the door, and as far as he knew, nobody was home. The only possible justification for his entry is the existence of exigent circumstances, and that would be a belief that there is some emergency occurring inside. And here, the story that they came up with is that the officer believed that there had been a home invasion or a home invasion in progress. And pretty much the only evidence they're putting forward for this is the allegation that the door was at least slightly open. Not the actual outside door, but the door within that. The video evidence, unfortunately, doesn't show us conclusively whether or not that is true. Now,
Look, does the outside door not count as a door? Because that's part of my home. Does the outside door, that screen door, that storm door, does that not count as a door? If that's closed, why? Why are you coming in my house? You coming with civil service papers. Come on, man. Why are you coming into my house? Oh, these guys make me sick. Then he lies through his teeth, dog didn't bark. Asshole.
had the officer who was the shooter been wearing a body cam, we would know for a fact whether or not that was accurate. But for some reason, he was not wearing a body cam. So that evidence does not exist. Other than the allegation that the door was slightly open, I don't see any other evidence that would cause a reasonable belief that there was some emergency occurring inside the house. It can't be the case that anytime we have our storm door closed on our homes and the inside door open or slightly open, that the government can just walk on in to our house, firearms drawn, and do whatever they want, including shoot our dog. Absolutely not. There would have to be additional facts, such as a call for service. Somebody had reported something. The sound of screaming, somebody calling for help, something like that. None of that exists here. The alleged justification doesn't even pass the laugh test. It's completely absurd. And the more absurd thing is that, okay, even after that happened, did they do the right thing? No. Did they notify the homeowners and get consent to remain on the property, to go inside the house, to search it, to do whatever they were doing? No, they didn't do that. Instead, for 40 plus minutes, they excluded the homeowners and they treated this property as if it were their own. They completely spat on the Fourth Amendment rights, on the property rights of these homeowners. They illegally searched this house and entered this house multiple times with no justification. With 40 plus minutes, they had plenty of time, even if they didn't want to contact the homeowners for some reason, to get a warrant to enter. They did not do so. They completely disregarded constitutional rights here. And they didn't release their internal investigation, but they did release the results, which were that they allowed this deputy to come back to work. This is just despicable. But I'm just showing you the evidence here. You can form your own conclusion. And please let me know in a comment what that conclusion is. If I hear anything else, I'll let you know.
Listen, man. I hate the cops. Y'all just come in and kill my dog. Huh? This cat right here, just coming and kill my dog. You walk into my house without a warrant. Storm doors closed. That should be enough for you. Why you ain't got your body cam on? Huh? Why you ain't got... If this house didn't have its own surveillance, we wouldn't know what the hell's going on here. Why he ain't got his body cam? If you're gonna unholster your gun, turn your body cam on. If you're gonna come into my home without a warrant, turn your body cam on. Let me see what you're doing. See, this shit don't sit right with me. It don't sit right with me. This is wrong on all counts. On all fronts. But listen. Ain't that some shit? Fuck the police. OG DBNK. Like, comment, leave a subscription, y'all. Let's grow this community, man. Again, Happy New Year 2026. May it bring many blessings for y'all. Peace, love, and happiness. Out.